come to the final chapter of the book and the final volume of these video series. You have definitely learned a lot, and you might be thinking how to continue. Continuing professional development, or CPD in other words, is a key competence of educators of this century. Lifelong learning is also a key message of today's educational policies. So it's understandable that you might be thinking, where else could you go? And in this video, I'm going to show you where else you can actually go. One category of websites I'd like to show you is actually the AI training academies launched by individual AI chatbot companies. OpenAI has its own OpenAI Academy. Claude also has its Anthropic courses, and Google also has its own. Let me show you these courses real quick. OpenAI Academy runs all kinds of live events. They have education-related events and courses, especially for K-12 and higher education. And you can find out more about ChatGPT's features that you can utilize in your education. Anthropic also has lots and lots of interesting courses, again, targeted to the use of Claude. For example, we can find out how to use AI agents, what AI fluency means for educators and for students, and how we can use Claude in general. Google has lots of AI essentials that contain video lessons and short quizzes. We can find an AI for educators course that entails the use of Gemini and how an educator can use Gemini to differentiate, to enhance materials, and to create assessment. Now, the EU AI Act came out in 2024, but it's only going into effect slowly, step by step. So right now we're at a stage when AI literacy programs should start all over Europe in all kinds of educational institutions. And therefore, we can find a collection of such AI literacy programs that you can choose from within the EU. We can find all kinds of AI literacy courses. You can see whether they are for free or whether they are paid, how long they are, and what language they are available in. And finally, I'd like to mention teachai.org, which is an amazing website where you can find all kinds of AI literacy related courses, resources, and ideas, as well as AI literacy guidance toolkit, which could be super useful for your institution if you're thinking of implementing an AI policy. So in this toolkit, you will find sample guidances, existing policies, also all kinds of educational material you can show to leadership. Another resource I'd like to recommend is AI for Education. They are actually a US-based initiative. However, they again offer lots of useful resources and courses as well. They have all kinds of downloadable resources, for example, infographics that you can put out in your classroom. They have live webinars which focus on lots of best practices, the future of AI in schools. They are less focused on higher education, but all of their content is super useful if you'd like to learn more about using AI in your work. So these are just some of the resources out there. However, I highly recommend following so-called influencers in the field of AI. I recommend using LinkedIn, which can be a useful resource to find people that you trust and that post about AI developments frequently. However, I'd like to call your attention to one thing. There might be influencers, tech influencers, who follow a kind of a doomsday rhetoric. And instead of making you feel empowered and motivated about learning more about AI, they make you feel that you're missing out on things, or you're not using enough tools, or you're using outdated tools. I'd like to just remind you that most of the times they have different intentions, and their main goal is not to educate you, but to somehow make you feel that this area is huge and you can never learn it well enough. Don't fall for these influencers. Try to follow people that offer real, practical advice that you can use in your classrooms and in your academic work straight away.